Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. My name is Joseph. Today, I want to do another Wintersun reaction. I kind of took a break from them just because I've been trying to cover some different bands on this channel. But it's time to come back to these awesome guys with the song Battle Against Time. And again, it's a 2.0 version, so it's the remastered version. I thought to go with it, just perhaps it's going to sound better. It looks from your comments that I've heard, generally speaking, the remasters from this band sound much better. So let's just get right into it and see what we got. Yeah, I already did a reaction, looks like, from this album already because I've seen this cover. I forgot which song it was. But let's just keep going. Let's see what we got here. It looks like the drums are electronic here too, because I know when I did the Forest Seasons album, you guys mentioned to me that everything was recorded by Jari, and the drums were synthesized. They weren't, you know, somebody actually playing the drums, and that was my main criticism of the album when I heard it. It looks like it's the same thing here, or am I going crazy? No, the drums are recorded here. This is different. You can right away hear the sound. I think it was just the beginning. I think what I'm just not a fan of with Wintersun, I've loved their music, but I don't like their production. I think the production is, I mean, probably they're just under a budget, especially when he released the first couple of albums. They were probably under a budget. It's a smaller band. I know they have cult following, cult recognition, but they don't have like the budget of Iron Maiden or something, you know? And I'm kind of used to that because I've listened to I like a lot of 80s and 90s bands, and especially obscure bands that have like 1 or 2 albums, and they tend to not to have the best production but really good music. So my brother, something that he taught me since I was young is give them a chance. Sometimes the production might not be there, but the music will be there. So that for the most part, unless it's just absolutely like horrible, like I think Burzum had pretty bad quality, or like the beginning black metal bands, that I just can't really take. I just don't enjoy that. But this is not horrible, but definitely when you hear the live rehearsal footage, it sounds a lot more impactful than it does here. Yeah, I like that transition that happened there. You know what it was? I kind of, the song began a little bit, and the intro was pretty long. I mean, the melody itself was really nice, but the intro was a little long, and I'm like, is it gonna kind of stretch itself out a little bit too much? And it did a little bit in the beginning, I think, if I'm being honest. But then the transition, and especially this little part here, really kind of switched up the song and kind of kicked it into high gear. He really likes taking his time. I noticed that with Jari. He likes taking his time building a tune, and sometimes I think it services the music perfectly. Sometimes I think it's just a little bit stretched out, and I think that's just an artist. Sometimes they might be a little bit in love with their work, and they have a hard time cutting it down. I hear that a lot from directors in their movies. When they'll make a movie they love so much, they want it to be like, I remember Quentin Tarantino wanted Kill Bill to be one movie, and he said, people watch this movie for 4 hours, they'll do it. Yeah, they'll do it. And he realized, like, no, I need to cut it down to 2 movies, shorten it up, give it like a break for people. And I think that slightly is happening here a little bit in the beginning, but again, very nice transition and switch. I mean, it's kind of the lyrics themselves are quite self-explanatory. He's talking about he survived another day, right? I don't know if he's talking about a warrior or somebody specific, like, survives another day to fight another day. I know among Vikings, it was honorable to die in battle, right? To die as a warrior, not to die as an old man withering away somewhere. So the time, he's battling against time. He's or the fact that time might want to take you away, and you're fighting a little bit longer to stay on this earth a little bit longer. Obviously, there's 2 different interpretations. I missed a little bit of the beginning of the part of the songs, but it looks like more of looks like a person who's dying, an older person who's dying, and they're battling to stay here for just a little bit longer. I correct myself. Sorry for stopping again. I correct myself. Now the lyrics kind of came together. Yeah, it's somebody looked like dying in a freezing, probably was on a battlefield, but freezing and dying, and so much left still to do. But you're withering away. You're passing away. Yeah, I think it's such a scary way to die. freezing to death, but at the same time you don't, it's like you don't feel it, right? It kind of, you end up like freezing and passing away. You won't even feel the pain, unlike being, you know, dying but in combat or some of that, which would be quite painful, I assume. Oh, that's it? Oh no, there's still something, a little bit to the song. Yeah, I thought the solo was freaking awesome. I know I'm pausing a lot in this video today, but that solo is something I didn't mention right away. I was kind of this is one of those songs, it kind of like took me away a little bit, and it wasn't giving me like the wow factor every single moment. It just kind of took me along for the journey of the melody and the rhythm of the song. I kind of was really enjoying the solo. You know, I like the other songs that I've heard. The first two that I started with, I believe, was Time, and there was another song, and then I did the album review and listened through the whole album. I've liked those songs more from that album than I do from this one, because both of Winter Madness and Battle Against Time, they have really nice melodies and really nice rhythms, but I just cannot get over the, well, not get over, I'm not a big fan of the production, and the songs themselves, they're nice, they're cool, but I think they're being bogged down a little bit by being a little bit longer than they have to be. I know I've mentioned it quite a few times on this channel. I felt the same way about, for example, Metallica's Injustice for All. I thought every single song on Metallica's album, despite how much I love that album, all of them are a little bit too long. And I think I do believe in this idea of less is more. And then the song is, it just dragged just a little bit. I don't know why the song is 7 minutes, you know. But from a different perspective, from a positive perspective, is that I really like the epicness of the song. Yeah, Jari is really good at building this kind of like just an epic feel. You just feel like just like hundreds of Vikings going through snowlands, or warriors going through it, because Finland, you know, they had their own like warriors going through different lands, and like she just kind of paints a visual image in my head that I came up with, you know, from my own imagination, just based on the music, which means it emotionally gets you. But at the same time, I think this is the first album I tried to get into Wintersun back maybe like 10 years ago, and just I couldn't do it. And I think this is the album I started with. If I knew if I started with a different album, I probably would have gotten into the band much quicker, because as much as I like these couple of songs that I heard, like Winter Madness and Battle Against Time, they don't really really capture my heart in the way that Forest Seasons and the other two songs have. And maybe this is his earlier stuff, and then he progressed to the other things, which kind of showed his growth, I guess. I'm not really sure where it stands, but if I'm honest, that's kind of how I feel in the moment right now. Maybe if I hear the live version of this, it'll have more of an impact on me. I don't know, but I doubt it won't really matter if it's live or this production, because it's just the song itself that I have an issue with. There you go, guys. That's my reaction to the song. I know it's not probably what you wanted to hear, but I thought it, like I said, you already know my channel, how I run my channel is like 100% honesty, what I feel, but I'm always going to be polite. I understand that people absolutely love this album, and you know, I think rightfully so. This just might not be exactly, but these particular songs are not exactly for me. At the same time, take into account that it's very rare for me to like a full album from beginning to the end, and I think that's true of many of us, right? There's very few albums we can say I like it right from the beginning to the very end. There's, I would say, maybe I can count all those bands on my hand where I can do that. Even some of my favorite bands like Exodus, there's songs and albums sometimes I just don't like. You know, that's just how it is. Anywho, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Keep it metal. Have a good one.